Hey, I've got to tell you, with the first time you press play on something with the LG S95AR, you feel it, not just hear it. You feel like the room finally matches the picture, like the world you re-watching decided to exist around you instead of just playing from a speaker. Before anything else, take a moment to check the current price and availability. Units with this level of Atmos performance and AI tuning don't stick around at stable prices for long, and you don't want to be the person who looks back wishing they jumped when they had the chance. You've probably hit that moment already, sitting there watching a big blockbuster or your favorite series, but something feels flat. Dialogue seems distant, explosions feel hollow, music lacks presence. You know deep down that audio is half your experience, and right now, yours isn't living up to the visuals. That S when you realize you've outgrown the compromise phase. The first time you fire this thing up, there's a subtle shift and then a big one. You don't just listen to the audio anymore, you inhale it. Suddenly voices are crisp and anchored, not buried under effects. The bass from the wireless sub hits with weight instead of boom, so every footstep and rumble feels real instead of muddy. Height channels lift sound above you, not in a gimmicky way but with real dimension. It's like the audio finally got invited into the same room as your eyes. In everyday use it rewrites your expectations. When you queue up a movie you don't just watch, you step into it. Fast action scenes feel alive and intentional, not chaotic. The quiet moments where every whisper matters actually stay in your head instead of fading into noise. Binge sessions no longer blur into background sound. Every episode feels purposeful. Even casual streaming and music sessions feel more detailed and vibrant than you expected. Gaming is where this really lands. Not guessing where footsteps came from, because the audio maps the space around you so clearly that it feels like inside the game, not watching it through a speaker grill. That's what happens when Dolby Atmos is paired with real channel depth and intelligent room calibration. The AI room tuning doesn't just measure your space, it adapts to it, so the sound folds into your environment instead of bouncing off it awkwardly. And here is a truth that surprises most people. Once you've experienced real three-dimensional sound where height and depth matter, and not just loudness, everything weaker starts to feel flat. You catch yourself comparing every lesser system to this one, and that comparison loop doesn't go away. Every time you think about a lower-tier soundbar, you come back to how immersive and connected this felt, and you realize why compromise never felt right. If you're wrestling with doubt, remind yourself this isn't about chasing specs. This is about feeling the soundtrack, the dialogue, the impact of every moment. It's about forgetting there's a speaker there at all and just living inside the scene. Cheaper options promise surround, but most of them just throw echoes and hope for the best. Here, sound is intentional, layered, precise. One unexpected benefit: the integration with your TV feels seamless. It's not just sound bolted on, it's synergy. You don't fight to match audio to picture. They already live in the same world, and that makes every scene feel more real and more satisfying. You hear dialogue with clarity. You feel action scenes instead of just hearing them. You notice detail in music you never caught before. You re-immersed in games like you've never been. You trust the audio to match the visuals every time. It's built for performance. It may make lesser systems feel obsolete. At some point you stop looping through every low-end comparison and pick the one that resonates, the thing you keep thinking about, the experience you want every time you settle in. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you delay and later regret when you catch yourself wishing you'd done it sooner. If you're ready to enjoy audio that finally matches the story you're rewatching, check the current price and stock now and make the upgrade with confidence.